Hello, good day viewers. Still on inequality. Today we are going to compare fractions and we have only two problems. We have the first one and the second one. 1 over 2 and 3 over 2. We want to determine which one is greater or less than. We have 3 over 2 and 3 over 4. There is something I want to point out in this tutorial. This is why I make it very simple. Whenever you have two or more fractions of the same denominators, you can see these ones have the same denominators 2. So whenever you have this situation, you should know that that fraction with the highest or greater numerator is said to be the greater. So in this case, 3 over 2 is greater than 1 over 2. So how do you write it? You can either write it as 1 over 2 less than 3 over 2. Or you can write it as 3 over 2 greater than 1 over 2. All these two are correct. If you want to switch the direction of the inequality, you have to switch the numbers. 3 over 2 is greater than 1 over 2. 1 over 2 is less than 3 over 2. This is when they have the same denominators. But whenever they have the same numerators, this time around, the fraction with the smaller denominator is said to be greater. Therefore, 3 over 2 is greater than 3 over 4. They have the same numerators, 3. Then you look at their denominators. Then that one with the smaller denominator is always greater than the other one. Or you can write it as 3 over 4 less than 3 over 2. But what if they have a different combination? For example, if we have 3 over 5, you want to compare it with something like 2 over, let me say, 3. Something like this. You can see they have this different denominators, different numerators. How can you do that? I think the best way is to use equivalent fraction. What you can do, you can change their denominators to be exactly the same, or their numerators. For example, if I want to make their numerators the same, I can multiply this by 3 and multiply this. I can multiply this by 2 and multiply this by 3. But remember, for equivalent fraction, whichever number you use to multiply the top, you have to use the same number to multiply the bottom. So this is equivalent to 6. If I should multiply 3 by 2, it becomes 6. I will multiply this by 2, it becomes 10. Then if I multiply this by 3, it becomes 6. If I multiply this by 3, it becomes 9. You can now see that their numerators are exactly the same. So which one is greater? This will be greater because it has the smaller denominator. I told you, when the numerators are the same, look at that fraction with the smaller denominator. It is said to be greater here. Therefore, to compare this, you can say that 3 over 5 is less than 2 over 3. And you may decide to change their denominators to be exactly the same. And how can we do that? Just think about their LCM. The LCM of 5 and 3 is 15. So we are going to change them to 15. By multiplying this by 3, it becomes 15. But you have to multiply the top by 3, it becomes 9. And you multiply this by 5, it becomes 15. You multiply this by 5, it becomes 10. You can see that their denominators are exactly the same. So once the denominators are the same, then you should pick that fraction with the greater numerator, which is this one. So this one is greater than this one, which means this is less than this. And this is equivalent to this, while this is equivalent to this. So since this one is greater than this one, it implies this is greater than this, right? Or you can say that this is less than that. You can write it 2 over 3 greater than 3 over 5, something like this. Thank you for watching. Do share to your learning colleagues and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more exciting videos. Bye-bye.